Welcome to a truly special occasion, the official launch of the SLTC Research and Innovation Awards 2025. Today, we open the doors to a platform where brilliant ideas meet real-world impact, where academic excellence joins hands with industrial innovations, and where we celebrate the minds shaping the future of Sri Lanka. This event is more than an awards program. It's a moment to recognize talent, inspire collaboration, and shine a spotlight on research that matters for a society and beyond. So, get ready to witness the start of something truly remarkable as we set the stage for November's grand celebration of innovation, creativity, and excellence. Research and innovation, the forefront of humanity in the future. So, this is our story at SLTC on how we reach that forefront. And without further ado, to continue to talk about our story, I would like to invite our Vice Chancellor, Professor Chandrika Wijeratne, to give us a few details about this event. So, Professor, I would like to ask you a small question. To start off with, from your perspective, how does SLTC Research and Innovation Awards align with the university's broader perspective or vision for the national and regional impact?
Thank you for inviting me to join this awareness program. I think this is an amazing activity and an initiative of SLTC, which has always been more into the innovative aspects of science and technology with a focus on problem solving. And that indeed is what a higher educational institute should focus on in terms of encouraging active thinking and learning mixed towards active research, which is applicable, findings being applicable to giving solutions to people and societies. So in that context, to address the industry, which is out there doing their own research and development on their own sometimes in partnerships with other universities, and their levels of creativity which needs to be recognized and rewarded, is one way of moving towards our goals.
That is true, Professor. Indeed, acknowledging the research done by individuals outside of bounds of education is very important to us as humanity. So, moving on from that question, what role do you see that SLTC playing bridging the gap between the academia and the industry?
Yeah, this is a worldwide problem where the academia tends to be somewhat isolated or disjointed with the industry for several reasons. Even within Sri Lanka, we have a lot of gaps which we need to bridge. And it should be a bidirectional engagement, and this kind of activity which brings the industry to our areas of education platforms would help us to actually network and bring in even greater yield. That's the way I see it, because our own staff and students, as much as staff and students of other universities and higher educational institutes, would be able to meet the industry at such a forum and maybe go to a higher level.
Indeed, Professor, indeed. Such valuable thoughts. It is true that if you take the industry and education, there's some kind of a disconnect between the two. It can be widely seen. So an initiative like this could not only bridge the two, but also build mutual networking connections. Perfect answer, Professor. Thank you. And next up, the final question to you is, what message would you like to convey to the researchers, the innovators, then the industry leaders about the importance of participating for our event?
I think getting to know each other, both from the education providers' perspective, which forms the basis for research scientists, as it were, versus the actual providers of service to the industry. We need to come together. And what I see is whether, however big or small, we call them micro, small and medium enterprises, to the large corporate giants. It need not be, you don't need to be a giant to call yourself an innovator who deserves recognition. And that's what we are committed to in this venture. And I'm sure we could go from raise our bars, both sides, and come together.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Professor. So, just a small clarification I would like to make in the last regards, right? So, we would like to, so as I said, we would like to convey a message to the industry. So, how are we going to bring them in? Like, what incentive do we provide them as SLTC?
Recognition, reward, as well as partnerships and collaborations for the future.
Perfect. So, indeed, we are going to be the bridge between the industry and the academia for the first time in Sri Lanka. Thank you, Professor, for your valuable input on this matter.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Lakshita. So, as Professor Chandrika said, this is the first of its event in Sri Lanka. So, I would like to ask you a question. So, you are the person leading this event. So, could you walk us through the planning process? What makes this program unique?
So, thanks, Harendra. The planning process has been inclusive and collaborative. So, we want to have stakeholders from the industrial sector, the SLTC staff researchers, and also we don't want to forget our students, the most important part of this ecosystem. So, students will also be included in this program. So, at the same time, I will explain why we wanted to come up with an award program like this, because as Madam Vice Chancellor nicely explained, industry is doing their own work, they do manufacturing, and on the other side, research institutes and universities come up with new knowledge through research and innovation. So, as it was discussed, that bridge has to be made between the industry and the research institutes and universities. So, we want to make sure that industry is taking the right effort to use research and innovation for their revenue generation, because that's how the economy would thrive. So, we can't forget that many of the industries in Sri Lanka, even at this time, they do a lot of engagements with the research institutes and universities. So we thought that this would be a good opportunity for us to recognize them. So they don't just have collaborations with the research institutes. Some enterprises, they do have their own research team within their company. So they do publications, they go for new publications, and sometimes they go for patents, and sometimes they use the intellectual property that they create through their in-house research and also through these collaborations for new product and process development. So they go all the way through research, innovation, and commercialization. So we want to make sure that the industries, both small, medium enterprises as well as large-scale enterprises, the ones who are engaged with research get recognized, and that will encourage all the other industries to do more research and then get the right benefit out of it. At the same time, we know the researchers, the academics, the faculty members, they also do research. They are mostly into publications and also coming up with patents. So we do want to recognize them as well as the students who are into innovations. So this is about building up a research ecosystem, a research and innovation based ecosystem for the benefit of the entire mankind. So this is why we came up with a new program, Industry Research Award program, as well as a staff and student research award program to encourage all these stakeholders.
Brilliant answer, Dr. Lakshita. Indeed, our economy as a whole, to help it out, research is very crucial. So it will not only help the academics, but also help the acknowledging the industry as well. So another question to you. From your experience, what benefits can award winners expect in terms of visibility, collaboration, and future opportunities?
Yeah, it's the first thing is you get recognized for the good work that you do. Because if you think about the evolution of mankind, the mankind has been evolved as a result of research and innovation. If you think about the discovery of fire, the discovery of wheel, this is how you came up with new knowledge. And for example, with fire, you were able to cook food. And with that, your food got softer. And because of that, you got more space for your brain to grow. So everything that you see today and everything that will happen in the future will be a result of research and innovation. So the ones who are committed for that, you have to recognize them. And also they will feel really good when someone recognizes the efforts that they put. Because doing research and innovation and investing in research is not an easy thing. When you do research, there is a high risk. At the beginning, when you have an idea, but there is a high risk. We don't know whether this idea will be proved or not. So that happens through research. So someone has to take this risk, and some industries do. So we recognize them. Apart from that, as a country with a population of 22 million people, we should always look for global markets, because this market is not enough. So you are targeting for global markets. That means you are competing with countries who are into high-scale, large-scale manufacturing. And as a country, we don't have many raw materials. So as a country, with a small amount of people and with a small size, what we have to target for is high-tech and high-value products and processes. For that, you need research and innovation. And if you want to grab the global market, the only way is to come up with high-value and high-tech products and innovation. That will happen only through research. So that is this kind of award ceremony would help them to have a global visibility for their brand name, for their products and their processes. So I think that's a main thing. So this is how they get benefited out of this.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Lakshita. Also, majority, if I would say so, majority of the research done by the industry goes unnoticed, right? The academia is unaware what the industry is doing, unless they are very well attuned to that industry. So I believe this gives space for them to know about what's happening in the industry and to collaborate on the research which is being done to further evaluate the effectiveness and benefits to mankind. Is it not?
Exactly. You are very correct. And to be frank, the academia and the industry, they speak totally different languages and they work in their own spaces. So it's very important for them to get together, share ideas, and academia can share whatever they have, so which is called technology push. And also the industry can grab whatever they want from academia, which is called industry pull. So for that, you need to have a lot of networking, a lot of cross-collaboration, which will definitely happen through events like this.
Perfect. Exactly what we strive to achieve through this event. So Sri Lanka being one of the highly literate countries in the world, we have an amazing academic background, basically forcing or pushing more or less our students into higher levels. So events like this not only helps networking the students, but also helps the industry on grabbing the opportunities, as you said. So to wrap it up, Dr. Lakshita, can you tell us how interested individuals, organizations, research team and entities can register or express their interest in this event?
So as you correctly mentioned, we welcome the industries, both large scale, micro, small and medium scale enterprises. And also we invite the SLTC staff members from both academic and non-academic sectors. And also we invite the students to apply for this award ceremony or the award program. So in our main website of Sri Lanka Technology Campus, there is a web page which is dedicated for SLTC Research and Innovation Awards. So you can visit that page and all the instructions are given there. You might need to have a summary of your innovation, your research, or your patent, which has to be submitted through the link given in the web page. And that's how you have to apply for this SLTC Research and Innovation Awards program.
Simple as that, technology integrated registration process. So thank you very much, Dr. Lakshita. So this is how our story begins. The first of its kind, the Research and Innovation Awards of 2025, hosted by SLTC. And we hope to see you there, and thank you very much, Dr. Lakshita.
Thank you, Harendra.